Hello everyone, this is Ram21 here with a look at Star Citizen patch number 12. This is June 4th, and the patch came out yesterday. Late yesterday, I should say. Welcome to the Arena Commander, the dogfighting module of Star Citizen. And my hangar has been increased. I now have this Aurora MR, it's actually the trainer Aurora, followed by my Aurora, the actual Aurora MR. And then we've got the extended hangar here with the shooting gallery. Currently has a Behringer, or Behring, I think is what they say, laser M3. And then the final bit down here, this is my mass driver that I purchased in the store a while ago. And we're going to go ahead and cut straight to some footage of dogfighting now. And in order to access the dogfighting module, you need to wear your helmet. And I'm going to go ahead and use the F key, which is the default key. And just step over here, kind of give you a look at the helmet, what it looks like on the face of the character. They've changed the character. He's no longer the RSI standard character. Oh, and look at that little bug. Look, it's a floating helmet. Yeah, that's fun. This is obviously a game in alpha. It would be technically pre-alpha. That looks pretty sweet. So we're going to go ahead and get inside this Aurora here, the trainer version, and see if we can do some dogfighting. In my edit of the videos, I've always commented how you can move your head or not move your head depending on the animation, and it looks like they've disabled the movement of head this time. So it looks like the animation plays, I'm not unable to tilt my head around, which is something to note. I'm not sure if that's going to be in final or not. But there we go. It's the first time actually seeing this loading screen. And I am citizen number 100,000. I don't have access to the multiplayer yet, since I'm the second day in. I don't know how often they're going to be releasing matches, so I cannot access the multiplayer section. But I can play against the computer. This is, first of all, the different options you have. So you can fight the Vandal Swarm, or you can just free fight. And for now, actually I probably should do a free flight since this is the first time actually getting in. I should probably get a little familiarized with the controls. It looks like there's two maps, Broken Moon and Dying Star. Broken Moon, formerly a Killer Run Tyrannus system, is one of the more notorious, dangerous places in the known systems. This vast field of asteroids offer plenty of hiding places for assassins and bushwhackers. And then Dying Star, this is the one that, if anyone has watched some of the videos, they've done most of their video footage on the Dying Star. Pyro system didn't get its name by accident. The central star is in the middle of prolonged nova phase, burning out the planet and the system. While dangerous, it's a morbid kind of beauty. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and let's try the Broken Moon on free flight mode, and let's go ahead and fire this up and see what it looks like. Since my last video, I've upgraded my memory to 16 gigabytes. In the hangar, I don't know if you guys have been able to notice, but I've been able to get, it looks like 35 frames a second, which has been pretty good considering the hangar is actually one module bigger than any of my previous videos. So I think the memory actually has helped a lot. It doesn't look like it's actually using that much memory, but having the more memory available to the computer seems to really make a big difference.
Welcome to Roberts Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
Okay, well, getting into the system here, it looks like my helmet is jiggling around a little bit. It's slightly annoying, but it's okay. I'm using mouse and keyboard for right now at the moment. And right now all I'm doing is just using, essentially looks like a free look. This is what I would be assuming in a first-person combat simulator. Left and right are actually handing handling the yaw, and moving up and down is going up and down. Looks like they've equipped this Aurora with 2 lasers, the Bearing M3A laser over here on the left, and 1 of the, it looks like, missile pack here. I think it's going to be on the top. I'm going to go ahead and go to my outside view so I can see what's going on. And this is the first time I've been able to actually see like an Aurora fly around, just using the, like I said, the mouse to just look around here. It looks like, I didn't realize this, but it looks like some of the guns are actually moving, or is that the thrusters? I can't tell. I don't know what happened. Oh yeah, it looks like we do have a little bit of gimbal on the laser turrets, which is pretty cool. So I'm not sure why I'm spinning around, but so it does look like I do have a little bit of left and right pivot on those guns, which is pretty cool. It's actually a really cool camera angle. It's a fixed camera, and just left and right. Okay, oh, it locks it in position. Okay, so I can use... basically, I'm just hitting the page up button and getting my camera to go where I like it, and then I can hit the page up and it'll lock in that position and I'll stop moving. That's pretty cool. So you're going to be able to get some really cool looks here. If I go page up again and rotate around, you can see the thrusters working. And page up again to lock it. There we go. So you can actually see that I do have some bit of movement. You can see the thrusters on the side of the ship are actually moving around, and yeah, that's pretty cool. So let's get back inside. And so I'm using the A and S keys to do my roll, and it looks like the
Flare away.
Z. That's what I accidentally hit right there. Is my countermeasure, and I'm not in the current system where I can strafe left and right. There's a ton of stuff in this game, and I'm gonna have to learn as we're going. But it looks like if you just hold down the W key on the keyboard, you're gonna get to full thrust, and that's 100% thrust there. And then I just went to 0 thrust, and it looks like you can adjust it based on where you're going, and you can kind of see that the throttle is also listed down here in the bottom right of my display. So if I'm making turns, right now the current system is set up to basically be, if you make turns, the automatic thrust control system is going to turn down. So you'll notice that I'm moving at 80, probably meters per second. But when I turn, it's going to slow down, so I'm not actually blacking out or anything. There's a way to turn it off, and let's see if we can figure out that. That's probably the caps lock key. So let's try that. So right now we're in G-safe mode. That's not coupled mode. I don't want that one. I want to go... Okay, there we go. G-safe mode. So I hit Control caps lock, and it's now in what's called... Well, it's turning off the G-safe, so I should be able to actually black out here if I pull hard. A hard G, or actually red out in this case. Oh, there we go, blackout. Now it sounds like I'm still able to do some things. I've stopped moving, so I'm going to come back. Oh wow, that's a really cool effect. And oh, I did not have control of the system. Okay, so
You are approaching simulation boundary.
Oh, that's a nice warning. So Okay, so comm stab. How do we turn that off? Excuse me while I look at the controls here. Oh, you can, okay, it's a toggle. Okay, so that means that right now everything's on. You can kind of see here everything's coupled. I'm in G-Safe mode and comm stab. And if I hit control caps lock, that's going to turn me off to G-Safe so I can do the blackout like you saw. It is adjusting my throttle here. And if I go to one more control and caps lock, it's turning off comm stab, which should be like a side slip, as they're describing it, way of actually moving. Probably see it better outside the canopy. And then if you hit it one more time, control and caps lock, you're going to be in what's called basically manual mode, I guess. So you're not going to compensate at all. The flight control system's not going to compensate at all for your movements. Now it looks like if I was to pull like this really hard, there we go, I'm doing a red out now. So I'm just doing this really hard push down the bottom corner. And it looks like I can just hold my mouse there. I will be in this strange dive forever until I center back out. Okay, and I managed to black out a little bit there, you can see. So I pulled some pretty big G's. I wasn't actually looking at the display. So having all of the safety systems off, the intelligent flight control system off, is really going to make a difference on whether you want to be a really good dogfighter or not. Because you can pull some crazy, insane G's. Like, oh, that's why I was pulling like 7 G's on that. And coming back, that's tough on a body. And actually, I wonder if there's a way to actually see. If we go back. Let's do a full stop. It should be the backspace key. I hit the backslash, which seems to have put it in some mode that I don't know what it is. Okay. Okay, at least we're back here, and it still says we're recording, which is a good thing. Okay, so control and caps lock gets you out of all of the different modes here. You can see them here. And let's go ahead and see if we can shoot some of these helpless asteroids that are just sitting off here in the middle of nowhere. I'm really surprised by the rate of fire on these cannons. They're not really cannons, they're lasers. One thing I was, when they were in the shooting range, it was really hard to see how fast they fired because they didn't fire that fast. And you can see that it looks like they have to recharge after a certain period of time. So I have to go outside this window view in order to actually move the craft. And then as soon as I'm in, oh yeah, look at that, that's really cool. So there's a little bit of gimbaling on these lasers, which is really nice considering I was not expecting to have them be gimbaled at all. I was expecting to have to, have the craft in the right position. But it looks like as long as you're in this targeting area here, this is my assumption, that the lasers are going to be able to track, which is good. Because it makes it a little bit easier for those pilots and myself that may not be able to keep the spaceship in the right area. It looks like I found the simulation boundary here by actually shooting it. But you know, one of the first things that you do in most space games is shoot rocks, right? Well, here I am shooting rocks. Doesn't look like that one blows up. So it doesn't look like it likes me being that close to it. Yeah. Let's do a stop.
Warning. You are.
You can see some particle effects going. I've definitely overheated my guns. Now, if I'm in F1 right now, which is the overview over, I can't get my mouse up there. But if I hit F2, you'll get my weapon group, so I can change my weapon grouping, and I will have to refamiliarize myself with how to change that. Never mind. F3 is changing the power to certain groups. So right now, group 1 is my weapons and my, it looks like my, what is that, my missile rack? I'm not entirely sure what group 5 is. And group 2 is my, that would be my thrusters. And group 3 is probably my shields.
Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary.
Let's get out of there so we get that warning. Stop going there. And then F4 is my shield, so you can kind of see that it looks like on the Aurora there's only one shield, and that's just in the front. Oh, that's the simulation boundary. Oh, there's the other one. Okay, so I was going to another one. Wow, they've really... Okay, the afterburner is holding down shift, so let's go ahead and see what that does. Boosts all the way up to 150 meters per second. That's pretty cool. It looks like 80 is the default cruising, and you can boost up to 150 by default. Slowing back down. Looks like it, oh, it's trying to G-safe me. It's trying to keep me a little bit from being hurt. Alright, so let's go ahead and just play around here. So I'm guessing that those displays that are down low, thrust output, and the boost is actually not supposed to be down that low, or is supposed to be up on those frames there. I'm not sure. Either way, I know they wanted it out of the way. It looks like they just wanted to get it out of the way so it doesn't get hurt or anything. I'm not hurt, but in your field of view, considering that you do have a pretty good view in this cockpit. Yeah, it looks like you can't arm the missiles. And I can't select the missiles either. So. Alright, let's go ahead and exit and return to the hangar, and let's see if we can get into the Vandal Swarm. Let's see what we can do.
Welcome to Roberts Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
Alright, so we were on the Broken Moon. Let's go ahead and real quick look at the Dying Star in free flight mode.
Welcome to Roberts Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
I like how everything fires up. That's pretty cool. Okay, so this is the star. And this one I can tell already that some of the animations are playing a little slow. I'm getting 25 frames a second looking at this. Oh, it looks really cool though. the... not sure what that sound was. The animation effect on this star, I'm assuming it's a star, looks pretty sweet. Let's go back over here. And slow down. So it looks like the smaller asteroids you're able to actually shoot down. Yep. Look like they have multiple damage states on it. Oh, I am blasting a little bit more off of it. Okay, in theory, now there's a way to change it so that I'm not in coupled mode. I can actually do a Newtonian mode. Let me see if I can find that button real quick. Should just be the standard, there we go. So if I just hit caps lock while I'm going in direction, I turn it off coupled mode. So now I'm traveling laterally, and you should be able to see that out here in this view. I'm still facing sideways, and I'm still traveling on my velocity vector, but I am traveling sideways and able to essentially give me an ability to shoot behind me. So there's my velocity vector, and now you can see that it's showing me I'm going backwards at 76 meters per second. So if you hit caps lock, it will start going in the direction that you want it to be going in. And since I was in G-safe mode, I'm assuming that it did it fast enough that I wouldn't get hurt, as opposed to like if I decouple, or if I take off G-safe and then decouple and then turn around. And then hit backspace. Yeah, I'm pulling 7 Gs off of that to go the other direction. But it's almost like doing a 180 in space, that's pretty cool. So probably a really good pilot is able to do kind of like a side strafe. Oh, this is actually where I should be able to go up and down vertically. If I can find the right keys. Let's try that again. Let's see if I'm actually going up and down. Yeah, okay, so Q is down, up is E by default, looks like. So I should be able to find some sort of landing pad. I don't know if this one actually has one. Moving at 80 meters per second is pretty fast. I wonder how close you can actually get to something like
Impact.
this. Whoa. That was probably a little too close. Well, that's a piece of my ship. I don't know what the part that was, but that's pretty cool. I wonder if there's a landing pad on top of this thing. Go ahead and boost up here, see if we can get here faster. I almost want the mouse wheel to be a throttle. It looks like you can go above this, which is cool.
Impact.
I'm not that close to it. Okay. Alright, so
Impact.
let's see. So caps lock gets me out of coupled mode, and then I should be able to use Q to go down. And let's see if we can actually... I don't know if this is going to break my ship or not, but... looks like you actually move pretty fast. Let's go to outside view so I can kind of see what's going on.
Impact.
So, yeah, there you go. The landing gear retracts automatically when you get close enough to an object. Like that. And there we go.
Impact.
We're down on the ground. Supposed ground.
Weapons system.
Oops.
Damaged.
I seem to have broken my
Impact.
guns.
Weapons system.
I probably
Impact.
should get out of here. I don't seem to have any guns anymore.
Impact.
That was kind of cool, though. Are they still down there on the ground? Where did I leave my guns?
Impact.
Is that them right there? I think that is. Oh, it looks like I lost a thruster, too. Is there a way to tell?
Impact.
Oh, you can see on my view here
Impact.
that I've lost both of my guns. Overview. Looks like I've got a little bit of damage.
Impact. Impact.
That's not good. I don't know what I broke off that time. Oh, I broke off a lot of stuff. That's not good. So I'm flying around. Stop! I don't want to hit anything. So it looks like I broke off the underside of my belly. So that's pretty cool. Some cool damage states on the Aurora. I've lost a landing gear and some of the underside bits. Looks like my stabilizer for doing a little bit of landing is not doing so hot. The crew cabin should be fine. Let's get back in this thing. Let's go ahead and run into the...
Impact.
Let's go and just reset here. Or I should have just done an eject. There's an eject here.
Stand by for reintegration.
Welcome to Roberts Space Industries.
Appear
Enjoy
to
the
be experiencing a red
ride.
out.
System check.
Now in theory, if you hit the right alt, you eject. Or L, you eject, but maybe you have to be holding down the modifier. Nope. Or the fact that I'm in an Aurora and you don't really have an ejection sheet. Could be why I'm not ejecting right now. Alright, let's go back to the hangar and let's see if we can do the Vandal Swarm. And we'll do the Vandal Swarm in another video. Please watch this channel, subscribe, and I will see you guys soon.